Get out the insurance cards, get out the copays. The office is open, my friends. Brought to you by drroto.com.
Yo, everybody, it's the Overrider. So let's get to it. Bring the pain! What's up, everybody? It's Heat Override, and I'm ready to bring the pain for you this week from the Fight Club of Pain. Ooh, yeah. Dan is back. What's up, Dan? How you doing?
What's going on, man? Oh, I'm tired, but I'm here.
Yeah. It's funny because 2 weeks ago, we had kind of a iffy week. A lot of people did anyway, so we just joined the sauce, honestly.
Yeah.
But we had a hard week, too. But last week was a little easier for us. We killed it. And then this week's been a little bit of between. It's been a little crazy. So we'll see what happens. But, man, I know we're looking forward to 314 here, man. Woo!
Oh, that's going to be so good. It's going to be so good.
Oh, man. You know, like I said, I haven't watched everybody fight. So some of these fights are the first fights I've ever seen of these guys, if I haven't done research on them, other than maybe like I was just talking about Brito and Gomez. You know, like I saw him through the Gomez studying that we were doing. So for everybody that's popping in real soon and doing what they thing, this is the Fight Club of Pain. At the end, we'll have a DFS lineup. We also will be giving out live bets and even parlays. I've got everything open up right now. I'm not holding back. This is what we do. This is what we had so much fun last week. So man, what stuck out for you last week?
Oh man, we were good, man. Together we went 16-1 on prediction.
Yeah, 15-1 because we only did the 4 fights. But hey,
that's right, 15-1.
But to get this right to everybody, the one loss, that's just Dan up on top of me just because he was trying to roll for his boy Drew Dober, who fell over like...
I was.
Drew Dober fell over.
He crumbled. He fell over like an old man.
Dude, it was like Robbie Lawler and what's his face? Nate Diaz back then. when he knocked him... Like.
And he didn't know he was knocked out. He's
just getting up, falling all day. Oh, dude, but I really was surprised at the rest of the action that was going on all night long, that they actually let him pound on him and not call the fight. I thought they were going to make him mount him and make him do that, because I thought I've seen worse in throughout the pay-per-view card up until that point. And then he's just hitting on him. And I'm like, look, you either stop it now or you jump on him, because if you don't jump on him, that ref ain't going to stop the fight. Dude's going to recover and he's going to get back up and you don't know what's going to happen. I want the first round knockout, people. Yeah. Woo.
He was dead. He was dead. he was DOA.
It's just, again, we say this often in the Fight Club of Pain, and this just goes in rule in general in any ring, octagon, match that you're fighting on in any combat sport at any moment, you could get waxed. Any punch. And you know, I eat a lot of those punches, but at practice and during fights and stuff, you've seen me eat punches, and at the same time, most of those times, though I'm hitting those punches that are hitting me, I'm already hitting my opponent. The only problem is that it's just, you know, they might be on the button, they might be scoring, but hey, now I'm on the ground. But I ain't been on the ground yet. So let that be known.
and you knock people through tables, so.
I do knock people through tables, man. I mean, like, sometimes I feel bad. I'll be like knocking dudes, and like I'm just like, hey, you know. But the thing is like I laugh. So everybody that knows, I'm a point fighter. If this is your first time to the Fight Club of Pain, I'm a point fighter. Dan's an ex-boxer, but Dan gets to watch me and my daughter fight all the time. And so he calls this rush that I do, it's a blitz, the blitz technique from point fighting. He calls it the Rob Rush. It really is a rush. These guys literally get clocked. It's so funny because I don't even catch myself, but when I sent you that clip of me doing that fast backhand, I didn't even know I hit him the third time, but I'm like judges. I'm hitting him in the face. I'm popping him in the back of the head, and I'm even throwing in this side back punch. So that. And that is what helps us break down these fights. This is what you're getting from Dr. Roto in the Fight Club of Pain, man. We're going to do it. But if you haven't been to the site, get to the site. We are slaying it in basketball, baseball, hockey, all across the board. Use code word DOC. Get in. That's the only time you're hearing this episode until the end. Yeah, because we ain't going to get to it. So let's get to it. let's talk about last week, the perfect card. I had Medeiros, Emmers, Costa, Garcia, Godinez, Gautier, Charriez, Rosas, Martinez. I was going to pick Pfeiffer, but, they had to cancel. And so I had Borjas, Torres, and Moreno. Dude, Moreno looked good.
He looked good, man. I told you he's a bad dude.
Dude, he made a statement to get a rematch of that title.
Man, his stand-up is so crisp. Dude, he's so good.
Yeah, the only thing I could really hold back about Moreno, but I gotta love him because he's usually going to be a smaller guy, kind of like me. I'm the smaller guy. He throws a lot of haymakers, man. A lot of haymakers.
That's because he has power in that hand, man. He has power in that right hand, so he throws it.
Yeah. And that's the thing that it's, for me, it's he hits it, but this fight, I thought he threw it a little too much. There was a couple times it took him off kilter, but what I like about him, he recovers well and things like that. So this was the first time, other than the tape that I've watched of Moreno leading up to that, because people, we got to understand, there's been a UFC event every single week. I don't get a lot of time to walk at any other video but what we're going for next. So it's like a crash course for me, a crash course that came out pretty well because I finished the card perfect. And this is the first week I did not have a parlay with all my picks in it. I am a stupid ass man. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. I already got it this week.
Last week you should have, man.
I know, man. 10 cents could have won $1 million. No, not that much. But I mean, still, not 13 fights. They got us. They got me. But beside the point, we smashed it. We nailed it. So I know everybody's here for this week. This week right here. And since we had Kennedy step out and Uran Satabaldi step in, we're not going to talk about that fight. Who do you even know that guy? Do you ever watch him before?
I've never heard of him. I'm not going to lie to you. I've never heard of him.
I've seen the name somewhere in all the film that I've been watching. I've seen the name.
I think he was on that Contender series. Don't quote me on that, but I'm not sure. I've never heard of the guy.
Yeah, I mean, well, now it's going to look like Martin Boudet is going to be great. You know what's going to happen is Fanduel and Draftkings, especially Fanduel. I know you're watching. You little shady punks, you're going to go cancel that slate, aren't you now? You're going to cancel that slate and you're going to bump up Boudet, or you're going to take Boudet off that card, aren't you? I know they're going to do that because last week I caught them. They freaking removed my lineup, or was it 2 weeks ago? They removed the whole lineup like Friday. Yeah, dude.
2 weeks ago.
Because they got too wrong. They got it. It was Edwards, I think. I think it was Edwards was like $12.
Yeah.
Even though he got knocked out, I mean, they were scared shitless. So I was like, if the sports book, if the DFS side of that is scared, you know something's up. So you could seriously. So everybody, right now, I will go look because I do have it pulled up because of all the stats that you can get from that as well too. But at the same time, this is going to be a discount because Uran stepping in on short notice puts him in a bad situation. So once I go figure this out, you're going to have to get to the Subs Only Discord to get any kind of thing. But right now, Martin Boudet could win this fight, should win this fight. He's the person that's performing. Now, he hasn't prepared, but then again, has Uran been preparing for a fight? No. So he might come in a little gassed.
I thought Kennedy was going to beat Boudet anyway. So
I did too, yeah. So at this point, I don't know. We just jump. I mean, if they want to get, dude, these numbers moved. So when I looked at, and I took a lot of these numbers at the beginning of the week, especially for the girl matches, they went from negative 400 to negative 950. 950. This is like, whoa.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's such a huge move. That's big. And I mean, and rightfully so too, because Barbosa is going to wax Bellavita. Everybody knows that. I mean, this fight could be literally this might be a fight where the most entertaining thing to entertain is the top seconds in the first round. 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, 4 minute, 5 minute. I bet if you play it all, you're going to get it right. So you're going to get it. You can put 5 bets down and you're going to get something right because
it's a lopsided fight.
It is. It's really bad. And I like that, that they kind of went up front. Even Loma Lukmume, she is up to a negative 750 right now, which just means, well, as I talk, they put Barbosa back to an 850. Hey, thanks for watching, DraftKings. But anyway, we like that extra 2 cents. But right now, as the fight's going to go the distance, it's a negative 172 for no. But if we do submission rounds and combos, it's Barbosa first and second rounds a plus 155. They're still giving that out. You hit that right now. You hit that right now before they catch this this feed, because I'm telling you, FanDuel and DraftKings be watching my ass. And they know I call about. They know I be going hunting on their sites for numbers. I'll be watching them take away tackle totals from me, like literally live while I'm doing this, because they just don't. I watch the games, man, and I know my IDP. So when it comes to like the tackle props, FanDuel's even harder. They don't even put that stuff up, man. But we talking fights. So, right there you got that plus 155. But if you actually go to the method and round combo as well too, it's a plus 310 for submission round 1. So, you could double that up. You're not going to lose, because even if it goes to the second round, she gets it, that 155 will cover you. So just make sure you put the bigger units on the 155 and put the 1 unit on the 1 round. 310. Got it. Woo! Hey, there's a free fight for everybody. And it's a free fight breakdown. I mean, everybody already knows that anyway. But,
yeah.
All right. Let's get to it, Dan. We got Brad Tavares versus Gerald M3. Is that what they call him? MC3? Mirror shot.
MC.
Oh,
man.
Woo.
This is my favorite fight on the card, bro.
Is it? Okay, dude. Yeah. Tell me about it.
Dude, they're both UFC vets on the back half of their career, looking for a big win. That's all that's what this fight is. It's just, it's 2 dudes that will kill or be killed and meet in the middle.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all this fight is, and it's a fan favorite. That's what it is. It's fan favorite. Right, dude.
Now. That's crazy too, because I mean, Mershart, everybody likes him. I will say there's a lot of action coming in for his side too. MC3 is getting a lot of action, and the decision on this at the time when I wrote this down was a negative 152. So that means that they think it's going the distance. And if we're gonna fly it over, and we're gonna give you on the fly numbers, because you know how cool we are and what we do at Dr. Roto, we got a negative 230 to a plus 176. So a lot of people just like taking that plus 176 because that's actually strong. If that was more like a plus 250, then you'd be like, yeah, but that 176, that's kind of nice. People think that MC3 taps him in the second to third round. What do you think about that?
I think Mershart is a brawler that he only brawls to set up his grappling. He only brawls to set up his submissions. That's the only time he'll brawl with you.
Yeah.
But Tavares he's if you look back at his career, he's a technical kickboxer.
Yes, he is. I will agree with that.
He's very technical, and he stuffs takedowns. Almost one of the best in his division at stuffing takedowns. He loves to fight at distance and pick you apart. But Mershart will rush you, so he's not going to let Tavares fight at distance. No.
So
this is a hard pick, and Tavares gasses lately. His last 3 fights, he's gassed.
Yeah. He did. He looked real gassed, man. And that's what I saw as well, too, man. And the thing is that's why I think that everybody's going with the MC3. But like, what I do like about Tavares is that striking. I love his striking right now. I mean, when you go and do the math, because we're gonna go do some math for y'all, right? So I already did this because I got the number. 60 significant strikes on FanDuel has a negative 185, and that is for Tavares. Now, if you go over his last, let's just go over his last fight. 65, 37, 70, 15, 82, 84, 54. So the 60 is a solid number. I think that the 50 was a negative 250. So right now, I'm going to go with that because I went with Tavares winning, and I went with his strikes. And when I went with that as a combo, here's your free parlay of the day, right? So if you get Tavares, because Tavares is the champ, this is going against that. This just means we're going the distance, and that we're going. So Tavares winning, going the distance. Will the fight go to distance? Yes. Tavares, 60 strikes, gets you a negative 118. Because as long as this fight goes the distance, most likely Tavares is going to exceed that. Now, I want that to be a positive, of course. So to make it a positive, you're going to have to add on that Tavares wins. So if you do put that on, and you go back in, this is how we do it, people. I give out live bets, like straight up. And then you go to the subs only Discord and you get everything else, right? But if you put the Tavares negative 230, which is better than the 260 it was at the beginning of the weeks, that right there, that's going to give you same game parlay, makes it a plus 119. So you can get the extra money if you pick Tavares as the win. But if you want to be safe, then you flip it back over to the negative 118 and you play that. So what does that tell you?
I'm not going to say no. I don't do the betting aspect.
You don't do the betting. See, that's my side.
That's your side, man.
Go on.
I just talk about the fights.
So, but what you did say is that he's going to strike. So the strikes are going to happen. That's going to put Mearshart, MC3, into a bad situation. I'm going to call this right now. Second to third round knockout by Tavares is a plus 750 now on Fanduel. And before Fanduel gets that lower, people, you go hit that. Because I'm telling you right now, MC3 is almost impossible to finish, right? But we're going to see it. We're going to see the old man and an old man, and one old man's going to fall down, and the other old man's going to jump on him. But this time it's going to be a ground and pound. That's how he's going to do it. That's what I'm giving out right now. I am picking Brad Tavares as my pick to win this. If you didn't already tell from the bets. Nice. Dan, who you got winning? Nice.
I'm torn on this, man. I want to agree with you, but I don't. I take Mearshart. I
wanted to pick him too.
A third round tap out. Round submission.
And a third round tap out. That actually, I have that bet. Does that surprise you? The third round. We just. That doesn't. I am such a degenerate, people. That's what we do. We just put bets in. Well, I do. I have to, because that's the content. Look, I'm not going to sit here and tell everybody, hey, go play this bet, and I'm not going to play it myself. I ain't cheeky bone like that, people. Hashtag that. Whoop, whoop. I don't know what that means, though. Like I said, second and third round for Marshall, her MC3 is a plus 800. So you know what? I'm playing everything that I played. I'm gonna play MC3.
That's playing it safe.
I'm playing it. I'm playing that submission though. Second, third. Yeah. I'm playing Tavares knockout second, third, and I'm gonna hit that. And I'm gonna put Tavares as the win. And we're gonna play all those as singles, so that even if
no matter who wins, you win.
Exactly. Although I would have to do a distance and then put Mearshart for points. You can also do that too. You're going to get a positive for that. And that would be really it. So you would do the unit on the knockout and the submission. And then as for the negative 118 for Tavares, 60 strikes. If you want to go down to 50 and then you want to do at least the distance, that's probably still going to get you at least a negative 150. So that's 10 less strikes for Tavares. Just saying that, if you think MC3 might win, or hold them a little longer than you think, then that'll hit you down there right there. But I see that his ceiling is 40, or I'll say his basement is 40. His ceiling is, we've seen him, he goes over 80 or 90. So that's right there for me is going to be the play. And I did not pick this fight until I woke up from my nap. I did not pick this fight.
I just picked right now. I was undecided.
This was a hard fight. This is what we do. Of course, this is kind of the main card. These are a lot of fights that people want to ignore. These are trapped fights. I want the trap fight because that's the only way you can dissect a trap fight. What we did last week is what swayed us on a lot of those underdogs winning. And those underdogs winning is what led, and that helped a lot of my bets for the week. So that's what we did. That's the magic we try to teach and that we try to bring. And that's the magic we have, man, because we cool bros, dude. All right. Until Fanduel gets Martin Boudet and Lerone mixed, because they could actually still bet on Kennedy right now. Look at this. These guys, man. It's right here. I can show it.
I bet he don't show up.
Yeah. My money's on that, right? They just cancel
I bet he don't show up.
They'll be canceling it out. All right. So, as part of the next move, we'll move along to the next fight. We're going to do Yes. Are you not entertained? Ramius versus Chung Ho Lee. I had to do it for him too, but are you not entertained?
I like this fight. Oh man, I do. I like it.
So these guys are gonna just meet in the middle and just munch meat.
I don't know, because Ramius, is that how you pronounce it? Ramius. He's not a stand-up guy. He's not a stand-up fighter.
No,
he's not. No. He's a ground fighter, and he's a generalist, and he sticks with what he knows, man.
No, you're right. He's just a fighter. He's just a fighter.
But he loves to grapple. He will Khabib you. He will. Yeah. He will Khabib people.
Yeah, I mean, in his last fight, he had 6 minutes and 13 seconds of controlled time. Also, if you want to throw that in, 17 significant strikes. He went 3 rounds for the decision, of course, loss. So even in a loss, he still controlled a decent portion of that fight. And I mean, Bolanos, whatever. You know, that's just somebody, they're all up and coming. They're going to get it. But what I like about Ramius is that he goes forward, that he sticks in the fight. And that I watched a few of his fights, and he was just all over the opponents, like every single one of them right in a row. And you're right, he throws strikes to set up that takedown so they can hold you.
He's never on his back foot, ever. He's never on his back foot. He'll throw his strikes to set up his grappling.
That's right. I like that. And that's what makes it, really good. And even in that loss, he scored 40 points on DK. That is a lot of points. I will take that as a loss. Yeah. Because he just needs to do it again. But he needs a win, because that might be part of the DFS lineup at the end of this episode. So, Chung Ho Lee.
I like this kid. I like this kid.
You do?
I do, man. He won his UFC debut.
Yeah.
Right? We could all say that. He won the debut.
Yeah.
He's a heavy hitter, man. He has heavy hands. He's aggressive too.
He is. Aggressive. That's what I like about him too, that he does go forward.
He's not a great wrestler though. Not a great wrestler.
No.
And he is good ground and pound when he gets you down. But how he gets you down is another subject.
Yeah, and you bring that up as a really good thing, because right now when you look at your takedown averages between the fighters, you're at a 1.97 to a 3.24, that favoring Lee. So that means he's going to rush Ramius, right? And if he's going to be all over him, then that's going to be... But the problem is his takedown accuracy sucks at a 30%. So, and then what really works in Ramius is that he has a 70% takedown defense, and he has a 66 takedown accuracy. Yeah, and of the two, he's the only two that goes for submissions.
The reason why he does that, he's so big for this weight class, though.
Yeah, he is chunky.
He's so big for the weight class, so he just rushes you and tries to grab you. He's the bigger, and he's more threatening on the feet. He has heavy hands, man.
Yeah. Yeah, and he is of course the favorite. That is Lee. Lee is the favorite. So right now he's a negative 132, which means it's tightened up. Ramius is a plus 140. He was a plus 124 at the beginning of the week. He is a plus 104 right now. That means that this fight is practically a pick'em. Again, the fights that we want to tackle on the Fight Club of Pain. That, so for what I saw, dude, okay. So I'm going to go back to one fight that was actually a pretty good fight. And I think the dude's name was Zhang. They called him Cobra Kai. They kept calling him Cobra Kai. And I was like,
what you're talking about.
Yeah. Okay. Dude, I don't know how Lee won that fight. That dude, and I don't mean this in any way of disrespect. It looked like, I was like, all right, watching it. I didn't know what Lee looked like. Put him on. I saw what he looked like. Then he get in the ring and I'm looking at the trunk color. And I'm like, man, this dude in the other is kicking the shit out of that other guy. The guy he was kicking the shit out of was Lee.
Yeah, he got beat up.
He got beat down.
He got beat up. But he still won the fight for some reason. I don't know why. It's
got to be his strikes. I mean, in his last fight, and they were talking about Lee, he had 84 significant strikes. And for me, that right there says a lot. Again, that was 94 points in a win over Long. So, for me, 2 takedowns, 1:48 controlled time. That was just one of those things that just kind of works out in that. So this fight the distance is a negative 146, right? I mean, unless it just changed because they're watching us. Watching me, watching you. Okay, it's still a 146. So that's a perfect. These guys are just going to sit there and just rub. And if nobody's going for a submission, and if nobody, I think of the two, Lee would be the one that would get the ground and pound. So if you want to play that combo, then you're looking at, let's say, a second to third round ground and pound from Lee is a plus 1,000. I'm a degenerate. I'm playing it. Right? But and this is the thing too. This is actually the most sickening part. When you go to the actual round betting and how they're actually going to end the fight, if you go to Ramius, he's got a plus 650 to a win in round 1. But if you go round and method, it's plus 1,200 for a round 1 knockout. They do not think he's going to knock out Lee. And his submissions is even worse. It's a plus 1,400, and it just grows. So right there, all signs point that this is going to be a decision again. And that decision, if Lee should outstrike Ramius, Lee wins this fight.
I agree.
You agree? I agree. Who are you picking?
I got Lee by decision.
Ooh. This is going to be the week that I get waxed, right? Because I'm picking. Oh, are you not entertained?
Because I'm picking with you, right?
No, we're total opposites this week so far. Because I'm picking Ramius. Dude. I'm all in. I don't even care. I'm just going to be like, whoop. Let's go, Ramius.
You just like his name. His name.
I do. It's funny when I went to, of course, I just saw this guy this week, right? I just went to the thing and I was like, this guy's like, I remind me of Gladiator. And then I went and I saw he was, are you not entertained? And I said, this is a match made in heaven. I love this guy. So I also love Chris the Problem Duncan. Dude, last week I brought that up to you. Chris Duncan messaged me live last week while we were live because I asked him to do a podcast. I was like, yo, Chris, what's up? You do a podcast? But he's recovering from his fights. He's got a lot of stuff going on. His YouTube just popped and he's doing a lot of seminars trying to do that. So he's probably got a lot of fame and fortune for kicking Vucinek's ass. But at the same time,
he's a bad man. Man.
And a lot of people said that he just luckily wins fights. Guess what? You ain't luck if you scrappy. That man is in it. He was slugging. He was getting outslugged by Vucinek. But once he got him in. Yeah.
He won.
He got him down. And he even got the tattoo. Don't be silly. Get the gilly. Yep. Don't be silly. Yep. Jump the gilly. That's it.
Yep.
Dude, that's what it's all about. So you said you're saying Lee decision. So if Dan was betting, we get the distance. Yes. Lee decision. Yes. That right there. Gives you a nice little healthy Let's get it. There, just right there. Gives you a 146. A plus 146
That's
for.
not bad.
That's not bad. That's not bad. Guess who's hitting it? Me. Yeah. And all of you out there, we're hitting this. We got to bring the pain when it comes to this, man. You got to make money. Bro. All right. So we got that. We're still split. So here we threw in the co-main event. So we're going to do Pat Sabatini versus Joe Anderson Brito, right? Talk about it. What do you got going, man?
All right. Sabatini's a great ground fighter, man. Excellent at chain wrestling, Brazilian jiu-jitsu black belt, always in position during his scrambles, and he always looks to submit somebody, no matter where he's at. It could be on the feet, it could be on the ground, on his back, on your back. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Brito, he's a savage. and he loves to finish fights.
Keep going. I got you. I agree with the burrito part.
I mean, he's difficult to take and hold down. He's skilled on the mat, and his position slips will be key against Sabatini.
Yeah. You know what I love about both these dudes? Both of these guys are great DFS plays. So DFS, like both of them average well over 100. I mean, even like if you go, we'll do burrito loss, right? I mean, of course, that was Gomez. That's Gomez, right? Gomez was all over his ass, right? So, he got 29 significant strikes. He got 6 minutes and 40 seconds of control time, which, of course, he lost overall. But at the same time, he posted 44 points. But let's go this. 101, 86, 108, 104, 130. Then he had a 36. But at the same time, when you're looking at all that, when he wins, knockout, submission, knockout, submission, knockout. So that means he's in line for a submission. And that's the sauce. But that's the play that no one's going to play right now because they don't think he's in line. Sometimes in baseball, some weird stuff happens. Kind of like when you hit a home run on opening day. We all know who we're talking about here, right? And when you do that, it just happens constantly. And that becomes kind of like a nostalgia, a hot streak, things people don't believe in. But, dude, I really got to give it to you. I think Sabatini is the problem of this entire card because he could easily beat him. He could submit him. But
I agree.
You got it. But who do you have? Who are you picking?
I think Sabatini's outgunned on the feet.
Yeah,
and
clearly.
He's been stopped by strikes in both his UFC fights.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I don't think it changes. It changes.
Lopez took him apart. Man. I mean, that was a round one knockout. Boy threw 7 punches.
I don't think it changes. I got Burrito by second round knockout.
You're still talking about the Burrito Bandit from last week, dude?
No.
I know you said burrito. I was
burrito. The burrito bandit didn't fight. The burrito bandit didn't fight.
You could blame us for that. We were talking about the burrito bandit. Now that thing, and then next thing you know, he misses. I didn't say anything. He had to have a burrito, man.
I'm putting a copyright on the burrito bandit.
That's your name. That's your name for him. Nobody else is calling him that. The burrito.
Nobody else is allowed to say it.
I agree with you. I'm taking Burrito. This is a trap fight. I don't give a crap. I got it right now. Burrito knocks out. Second, third round is a plus 300. That
I agree.
Tells you that's an insane number too, because the plus 300 shows that they really think that as this fight goes, it's going to end up he's just going to get knocked out. So, but what I do want to give, since we were talking about Burrito and we were talking about everybody going that way, his submission in the second and third round is a plus 1,700. So if hot streaks exist, if things actually, the quasars and cosmos, and you believe in that, and you believe in your gut feeling, what you got to lose? Throw a unit on it.
If he doesn't get punched,
Dude,
doesn't get hit at all, just takes him down.
Well, like Sabatini's is a plus 950, so they still think that that's going to happen. But man, I'm on Burrito's submission. That's something nobody sees coming. So I'm playing that. I might throw 2 units on that, maybe 3 units, just because. Why not? We're just going to hit the rest of the money for the rest of the show anyway, and then you just get the subs only Discord at Dr. Roto, and you get live bets that I throw in there. Plus all the dude killed it yesterday. Fantasy Clown, he threw in like 30 bets, and he profited I think they're all like 10, 25s or something like that. He does something. He just bets all day in that chat room. So Fantasy Clown is nuts, right? But he has a method to his madness. He's studied. He explains his method. This dude pulled over 3 figures extra in double up cash. So he covered, man. He covered well, and he made a really good. And I'm bringing this up. This is he's betting hockey. He's been betting home dogs all year long. And maybe I did bring this up, but out of January and February, he bet home dogs, and he doubled his home dogs in March, I think it was. Yeah, it was March. He doubled his home dogs in March. So he made double the money in March betting homes that he did in January and February, and he was in positives for all that, for just hockey. Just hockey, people. This man's just making money. So you take that money and you throw it on this bet right here. You throw it down 5 times the amount at a plus 1,700. Hopefully Fanduel ain't watching and they ain't got that, because I'm going to go hit that right now. And that's how we do it. So we both got Burrito. All right, because we're getting to the main event. We both don't got. You got MC3. I got Tavares. I got Ramius. You got Lee. So at least we agree on one guy. Maybe we'll agree on the next guy. Because now it's time for the main event. Ooh, yeah. There's only one main event right now, right day. Josh Emmett versus Lerone Murphy. Ooh, yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, they didn't see that coming.
Oh, man. All right.
Little rap for you.
Welcome to the top 10 undefeated boy. That's all I'm saying. Because Josh Emmett is the hardest hitting person in this division.
He really is.
He can put your lights out. Like, he almost killed the last dude he fought. And he had seizures. We all agree. Right? Like he almost killed Bryce Mitchell. Killed Bryce Mitchell.
Yeah, he
maybe. Go ahead.
No, that's a whole other fight. That's next week. Because people, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm the biggest Gene Silva fan. I love Gene Silva. I love the Team Nerds. And everybody is all caught up on Bryce Mitchell. He's talking about demons and stuff, and then he went back and he just did it. Why is everybody hating on Silva? Why do you think he's a demon? Why do you think he's a devil? Dude, bro, I really think after all those antics, I mean, I'm already talking a week ahead. I think Silva wins by knockout. You can play that now.
I mean, this fight.
Yeah, but for this fight.
Murphy, he's a natural striker, man. He's seamless. And
yes.
Even when he switched stances, he's seamless. But he'll look to clinch with Emmett, because he's never faced someone like Emmett.
Yeah.
Josh Emmett, he's athletic, explosive.
I mean, like you just said, Mitchell, 2 punches thrown and he knocked him out with 1.
Yeah. I mean, Emmett fakes a punch as hard as he really throws one.
Mm-hmm.
If you watch the fight.
No, I got you. I know. That's what the box is always trying some crazy stuff.
He has slick head movement, and he takes angles so well.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he'll slip your jab and just throw that overhand right hand.
Yep. Mm-hmm. For me,
I can't bet against Josh Emmett in this one.
You can't. You think he's gonna lay him out? You gotta lay him out. Well,
Yes.
so for that, the last 5, so in Murphy's last 5, which was Barboza, right? He had 220 significant strikes. He was lighting Barboza up. But of course, in his decision win against Ig, Ig's always up in there.
Yeah,
He's
Dan
up there.
Ige.
Ige. Dude, he only had, this was a 3-round fight. He had 52. So he really did hold back. I think he's a lot fresher for this fight. I think that he will actually try to box and set up his takedown, because I think that that's his clear path for victory, is getting
clinch. You got to grab him.
Emmett off of his feet, because Emmett, like you said, is your classic boxer-like fighter who, if you stand in front of him, you're going to catch a 1-2 combo and you're going to get dropped.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with everything you just said.
I love it. And so even when you do the whole breakdown, you're looking at, you got Emmett throwing 4 per round. You got 4.8 for Murphy. So Murphy's going to be definitely in there throwing, which does set it up for Josh to hit him. And the thing is also, Murphy is almost double on the takedowns, but takedown defense for both 46-48, both Emmett, Murphy, but takedown accuracy 37%, because Emmett don't take down, but it's only a 54% for Murphy too, and that's not good. That's not good. So when we dive into the actual DFS numbers for this fight, and we look to see, hey, where's it gonna go? Everybody knows it's going the distance. So right now, the distance is a negative 156. It went up from a 152 before this podcast started, and then we threw it down. If we look at any submissions, say it's on the ground, Emmett, right from the go, his 1-2 is a 5,000, because everybody knows he's not going to do it, right? His numbers are just bloated. But even Murphy, 1, 2, and 3 is a plus 2,600. His 2, 3, and 4 plus 31. The 3, 4, and 5 is a plus 4,000. But if you really think Murphy might be able to slug, this is a grab game. Rounds go by, you get to the 4th and 5th round, the submission is a plus 6,000, because they don't think it's going to happen. They don't think that this fight is going to go down like that. What they do think is going to happen is, when you go to the knockouts, Emmett's round 1 and 2 knockout is a 1,000, and then if you fly over to Murphy, it's a plus 600, and that just goes up like the other stuff. They're giving out bloated numbers right now. This is the time to hit this fight. If you think that either fighter is going to have a knockout, or there's going to be no submissions in this. So if you think that the fighter is going to go, this is where you do double chance, right? So if you think Emmett's going to knock out or points, that's a plus 250 right now. Somebody like Dan, if you love Josh Emmett in this fight, you easily do knockout and points for plus 250 on Fanduel right now, right? If you think that Murphy's submission and points is a negative 125. His knockout in points is a negative 270. Fanduel secretly thinks Murphy, and that's where the negatives are, Murphy is going to knock him out. And they think that it's actually Murphy is a better submitter than a knockout person with that negative 125. So this is where, again, I'm going to introduce everybody to it. This is what we're going into with the numbers right now. We're diving into the sports books, as well as giving you the fight theory that we're looking at. That's it. That is crazy, because what you said is that Emmett should be the one with these numbers, and he's not. It's Murphy.
Well, Emmett hasn't fought since he knocked out Mitchell in 2023.
Yeah.
He hasn't fought since 2023. So this is his first fight back. So in
5 rounds is hard.
He's going to be looking for a statement. It's not going to go 5 rounds. It's not going 5 rounds.
See, See, that's the thing is I think that Murphy should be able to get in there and help finish Emmett, but that's going to lead to when he goes in Emmett. I do like what you're saying because right now, if the fight goes the distance, no is a plus 122. So when you think that Josh Emmett's going to win and it's going to go the distance, let's just say that right there. So that fight total right there, that's a plus 240 and a plus 124. So when you slip it on down, and you got the Josh Emmett money line with the fight going to distance, it's a plus 363. It's a plus 363. So that's easy money. That's easy money right there if you're in line with Josh winning. And if you're not, I mean, you still have all the crazy plays with Murphy. So that to me right there, who are you picking? You're picking Josh Emmett, aren't you?
I like Josh Emmett by second round knockout.
Second round. Okay. I like that too. I mean, I'm definitely going to end up playing it again. So you get the numbers live right now. His round 1 and 2 knockout is a 1,000. So, and if you just go straight, method and round combo, Josh Emmett round 2 knockout is a 2,200. So that right there is just all good. So for me, I'm picking Murphy. I am picking Murphy.
Wow.
I am doing it. I think he outlasts Emmett. This is a fight that I go under every single time. I have gone under every single time. I'm going distance. I'm going Murphy. I'm picking Murphy. But I will say this. I like Murphy. When I seen those numbers leading to a Murphy knockout, so if I was to play something right now and it was to be, let's say, you already know that I'm playing the submission. Oh, the submission in rounds 3 and 4 is a plus 8,500. They just took away the 5th round. Hi, Fanduel. Anyway.
It's not going 5, right? It's not going 5.
I just took that away. So with that when you get the round combos, it's funny, man. I just like, right now you got 1 and 2, 600, 1, 2, 3, 400. So I'm the 3, 4, 5 knockout. Love it. 800. That's where my money's going right there. That gives you all 3. It gives you positive numbers. It gives them 2 rounds. First round, dance party. Second round, let's up ticket. Third round, now we're going to have some action. Fourth round, bang. That's what it gives it right now. Yeah. And I think that your method of victory for Emmett is practically one of very few ways he wins this fight. And I think that that's Emmett's best because I know, like, when you brought up that he's had time off since that Mitchell fight, he doesn't need that, like, to get ready to with his fight style. He can throw those 2 punches and knock out Murphy, right?
Yeah.
That's going to happen. But will he be able to go 25 minutes with Murphy? Somebody who has been fighting since he's last fought. So I think for me, if this goes, that Murphy definitely should have the better. Minutes. It's not. It's going under, man. People playing out, man. That's it. All right. That's our bold calls. That's what we got. Let's get to that DFS lineup for everybody, and then we'll get up on out of here. We kept you up, gave you a lot of information, talked about a lot of fights, people. That's what we do. You only get us next week, and then we get a week off, right? So here's your DFS lineup for DraftKings. And this is without our boy Kennedy being on it. That was, thank you, right? Ramius, Demopoulos, Finney, Grant, Brito, Henry. You put that in your DFS lineup. I'm taking a chance with Grant. I'm taking the chance with Ramius, right? Brito should win. That's the only one we agree on this week. Henry is gonna smash out. I mean, the Henry fight, against Pedro Falco, it is kind of close, but everybody kind of knows that Henry's gonna knock him out. So that's why I have him in there for a chance at a first. And of course, who doesn't love Torres Finney? Who doesn't love Torres Finney, dude? The little meat chunk dude.
Everybody loves him, man. Everybody loves him.
So I don't think Valentin is going to be able to, like, I guess Finney can get rocked, but once he gets on top of him, if he doesn't finish Valentin, then this fight goes the distance, and that's all I need for points in DFS. Finney is a perfect DFS play because he's actually really cheap.
So. Yeah, I agree.
All right, Dan, it's been another great edition of the Fight Club of Pain. I thank you so much for coming on again. I know that this is time out of your busy day, as always.
Oh, no worries, man. No worries.
I love this is fun, man. It just gets us all hyped up. Let's just get more involved with the fights, because I'm telling you, people, when the day comes that we see especially me, the way I fight, my photogenics and things like that, when we see all these fights, I'm never going to have to watch another fight again. I'm just going to give you guys straight knowledge the whole time. That's what we do. That's why the rule of the Fight Club of Pain is that everybody talks about the Fight Club of Pain. Oh, yeah. Have a great day, everybody. And always remember to bring the pain. May the fights be with you. Woo!
Thanks for stopping by the office. Get your fantasy prescription by subscribing to the channel and checking out drrodo.com. Until the next visit, be well and take care.